All right, welcome back, everybody. This is JudiciousSFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm going to be doing my 5th day of the Warden Challenge. Let's take a look at my team for today. I'm going to be using Levanica. Because of his survivability, his damage cap. He's going to be the guy up in front. I've got a healing pet on him. I've got a Sunder for extra hits in combat. I've got an Oracle's insignia for extra hits in combat. I'm not so worried about Levanica staying alive. I'm worried about the remaining 5 heroes staying alive. Move to the second hero. This is Heartbreaker. Now, Heartbreaker is going to give a big debuff to the Warden. Without Heartbreaker, the Warden's going to do us so much damage that we're just going to get killed. So if we lose Heartbreaker, the entire house of cards falls. This is why we have Heartbreaker with a Revitalize insignia. This is going to give Heartbreaker the ability to activate a skill immediately in battle. I've got Heartbreaker, and I've made a couple of adjustments. I'm running a more defensive setup this time. I'm putting a Sacred Light on Heartbreaker, a 9/9 Sacred Light. That's her main talent usually. And Fennec Pet. Fennec Pet is going to grant a Psi Shield, or a block from a negative status. I have Mectessa for her incredible attack speed. This is a damage-capped Warden. In fact, very little damage has to be done in order to register the 60,000 max damage cap. But if you can hit again and again and again and again, that will hopefully accumulate. Mectessa also has a damage cap and will stay alive, hopefully, for longer than 10 seconds. I'm running Mectessa defensively. Typically, I guess, in prior Warden challenges, I was running a more offensive setup with Mectessa. I'm just trying to stay alive at this point, okay? We're partway through Warden times 8, and I'm really just trying to make it past the first 30 seconds. I'm hoping that can happen. So I got a Survival 9 for the heals, a Psi Shield, as well as Eulophant for an extra dodge increase, at least a chance at that. I have Ronin for his amazing attack speed. He's got a 9 Sunder. That's going to cause extra hits in battle. I paired him with a Psi Shield. Even if there are times when it's not necessarily impacting him, at least it's going to give him a 40% boost in health. I also have him put with Piblob in order to reduce accuracy on the Warden. I took out Gunslinger prior. I was finding that, at least the theory is that Fennec Pet can place that Psi Shield, that barrier against a negative status. Fennec can put that on up to 4 heroes at a time. Okay, well, if you have 6 heroes on the board, automatically you know that 2 of your heroes are not going to get that Psi Shield. And then Gunslinger further complicates things. She spawns 3 Warflyers, and so Gunslinger ends up counting as 4 heroes. So now all of a sudden the 2 heroes that you have that weren't being shielded, now it could be up to 5 heroes, since Fennec Pet is counting the Warflyers as your real heroes on the board. It started to complicate things. I'm trying to mitigate that now by the use of more Psi Shield insignias. I have her also with Mini Angie for the damage decrease and the heals. Okay, last but not least, and this is going to be a wild card, okay? But you don't know until you experiment. And I've done a lot of experimenting. I've used Harpy Queen. I've used... oh my gosh. I've used probably 3 or 4 different heroes in this final 6th space. And today I'm using a brand new hero in this final 6th space. I am using Warlock. I'm running Warlock defensively with Sacred Light. I'm giving Warlock Little Havoc to lower the attack speed of the enemy. I'm giving Warlock a Psi Shield. Let's go into Warlock, because it's been a little while since we took a stroll down this path. Warlock is not somebody who sees a lot of action these days. In fact, when I called him off the bench, man had dust on him. He is going to do some big attack damage. I'm not really concerned with that, but he's certainly going to be attacking. He's going to be reducing the movement speed of the Warden. And again, that means really nothing. The Warden stands there still and don't have to worry about it moving around. But the last two things are what I'm using Warlock for. He's going to let 4 of the allies on the team, hopefully 4 of 6 of us if we're all alive, he's going to let us deflect 52% of the damage that we take in. So if we're getting hit by the Warden at any time, some of that is going to be going back on the Warden as extra hits, extra damage. But this last thing, he is going to cause an immunity to 1 condition for 5 full seconds. So 4 of my heroes are going to get like another layer of psi shielding. And I'm hoping that this, between insignias, between skill ability, between my buddy Warlock here and his shielding us for shielding 4 allies, I'm hoping we're going to get a shield that's going to last and keep us from getting killed. I have him with a psi shield. Okay, so we're going to give it a try to see if that anti-negative status condition skill from Warlock is actually going to do something. If not, I'll probably try Harpy Queen again to lower the attack abilities of the Warden. Okay, let's go in there. I'm going to check my team because I switched them around. I still didn't even put Warlock in there. Let me check this out. Okay, we got our team. That's the team we settled on. Let's go back in here. Attack bonus. Form team. We did all this. This challenge. Okay. I'm going to drop. Drop order is super important. Lava. Then you let the Warden proc. Then following up the proc, you do Heartbreaker. And then I'm probably going to go Mech-Tessa, then Warlock, if I can remember. Oh. How did 3 guys get killed already? I really tried to time that drop well. You can see the tremendous survivability of Levanica. He stays in far longer than anybody else. I think my my Warden dreams are getting wrecked this particular challenge. I'm really struggling on this Warden times 80. Let's do this. Maybe I have to turn. I gotta turn down the attack damage. I'll try again with our buddy Harpy Queen. I said I was gonna try 2 different setups. So one with Warlock, one with Harpy Queen. So let's give it a try. Harpy Queen, I'm gonna do a psi shield. Runner with Sacred Light, no problem at all. Now I'm gonna take Warlock's little havoc from him and give it to Harpy. Okay. And I believe that would be everybody then. Let me flip around the board real quick. Yep. 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 Very good. Okay. Let's give that a try. Let's go back in. Let's do this. Oh, sorry. Used up all my darn gems over the last couple of days, re-rolling traits on heroes. Not as a result of this Warden, but just as a result of moving a couple of my heroes up to level 20 breakthrough. Their attributes change so dramatically during that process. I often find that I have to make a couple of adjustments as far as their attribute balancing goes. Okay, so I've got my team. Did I take Warlock out? That's always why you gotta check. I throw Harpy Queen back in there. Make sure it's not Siren. That Harpy Queen and Siren look so darn alike. Okay, so we did our bonuses, we did our checks, we did our challenges, and we are going to go back in. Okay, so challenge 1. I'll try again. Okay, I'm going to drop lava way out. Get ready with Heartbreaker after the Warden proc. Oh, and Heartbreaker dies immediately. That means the rest of my team's going to die in 2 seconds. What has happened? What has happened? Why is this happening? It's so strange. Well, I've been struggling all week long on this Saint Warden. I got to tip my hat to this Saint Warden, who is absolutely putting me in a pickle in a jar. I'm having a tough time reacting to what the Saint Warden is dishing out in between each of these Warden levels. It's like as soon as I figure out Warden level 50, then it's time to go on to 60. It's a whole new ballgame. Now we're up to 80, and I still haven't figured out the combo, the secret, the trick, the riddle to Warden level 80. We'll see how it goes. As far as I wanted to make one note to my prior video today, I did a video on the new hero. Where the heck is he? Where's this man? There he is. Okay, I did a video on the new hero Cosmo, and I was talking about talents. What good talents might work well with Cosmo's abilities. And I thought about recommending one defensive talent and one offensive talent. This way you can have one to choose from, depending on how you lean in the game. And if you have a skin, better to have one offensive and one defensive. That's typically how I run my guys. So Sacred Light is what I ended up settling on as far as a defensive talent. And I've played around with Cosmo in basically every game mode throughout the day today, and I've learned an awful lot about Cosmo. Cosmo throws out this giant bubble of doom, okay, and it happens anywhere out there on the board. If it happens right above or right on top of a whole bunch of enemy heroes, if they're very strong heroes, relatively new heroes that are fully upgraded or at least partially upgraded, what you might find happening is when he activates that skill atop the enemy's heads, he ends up dying of reflect damage. I kept seeing him die in all of these attack-based scenarios. He's a wonderful base defender, but in all these attack-based scenarios, I kept seeing him getting vaporized out there on the battlefield. And I finally figured out that it's the reflect damage that's killing him. So definitely, if I end up acquiring the Cosmo skin in the days, weeks, or months to come, I am going to go 100% with Wicked Armor as the primary offensive talent. Wicked Armor is going to give Cosmo a big attack increase. That's great. Great for an offensive fight, but also limit the amount of reflect damage that Cosmo can take. In fact, limit it so far that none of those shots in and of themselves can kill Cosmo. It would only be through the accumulation of damage again and again that it could finally take him out. So I'm going to be definitely recommending Wicked Armor. I'm going to go that route offensively. Well, I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to think about how to approach the upcoming Warden Challenge for the next server day. I hope everybody's enjoying the update here on iOS. For whatever reason, we're going to have a 15-minute maintenance right after server reset, and that's coming up pretty soon. I'll catch you all tomorrow in the new server day. Have a good one. All right, bye-bye.